Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Thanks for joining me today. Boy, have I got a story for you. Enough of that foolishness. Okay, now, here is the crux of the matter. It was actually the last part of December. I made some banana bread. Well, not the last part of December. We're not on the last part of December, crazy old lady. I made some banana bread. The week of, actually, it was the week of December the 5th. I've had these bananas frozen in my downstairs freezer, and I thought, you know what, I really have to use those up. So, okay, what better time? I'll make some banana bread for the holidays to give away. Okay. So I made the first batch of banana bread. Now, my banana bread recipe is really, really good, but it is really, really rich. Lots of butter. It originally called for seed oil, but no, I'm not doing that. But I always just replace with the butter anyway. Lots of butter. There's lots of sugar in this thing. But it is delicious. It's rich. It's delicious. It's good. So I made it. I gave some away. And life was a bowl of cherries, I have to tell you. And I didn't eat any of it. It was like, I'm good. I'm good. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't even tempted to eat any of it. I've made it many, many times. I know how it tastes. It was fine. So on Sunday, December the 11th, I had half of the bananas that had been frozen. I had thawed them out. I had half of those left in a bowl in the refrigerator, and I thought, I don't want those to go bad. I'll make another batch. So I make the batch, and while I'm making the batch, I happen to be on the phone with my oldest daughter, and so I'm making the batch, and I get it in my little containers, in my pans, etc., and I'm ready to put it in the oven. And I get done with the phone call, and then I realized I forgot to put this melted butter in my banana bread, and it was like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna dump all these containers out, these baking pans out, and put it in. No, that's not going to happen. So I thought, you know what, it is what it is. Just bake the stuff. So I put it in the oven, and I baked it, and it seemed to turn out good. I mean, it was springy, and it looked like banana bread, and so it looked fine. And I had the last of the mixture that I had put in the loaf pan. The pan was actually too big, so the loaf came out about that thick. And it was like a loaf pan size. And so all the banana bread that I made, the second batch, I divided it up. I put it in the freezer, marked my freezer bags, but I left that out. And that small little shrinky loaf, and I left it out, and I put it in a plastic container and stuck the container on top of the microwave. And went about my business. Well, as time went by, I said, okay, I got thinking about it. And, because, your mind is like, sometimes your mind is your worst enemy. Oh, you've just got to try this hot water. It's awesome. Okay, so I go on about my day, and and on the 11th, I had some bacon that day, because I keep track of what I eat. Later I ate some foil packed tuna. It was just tuna and water. I had foil pack tuna, and I ate that, and it was good. And then, you know, and it's Sunday. So I got thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? I really should taste that banana bread that I forgot to put the butter in, and make sure that it's all right, because it might be dry, and you know, if I'm going to give it away, I don't want it to be, you know, not good. So, oh, well, I should. And so I went and I was watching, you know, it's Sunday, I'm watching some series or movie or whatever on TV. I don't have the Netflix. I have some free services, but anyway, so you know, okay. And I was going to have a nice hot cup of coffee, and it was dreary, and you know, all the elements were there. And so I come in the kitchen, and I grab out a piece, and I put it on a plate, and then I thought, you know, or a paper towel, and then I thought, you know, they're small. I'll take two. They're so small. It's just, yeah, like this. So and then I think, okay, I have to have butter on it. I'll put some butter on it, and I'll just put lots of butter on it, and that will slow down the absorption of the carbs, right? Okay, so I did that, and fortunately, it may have been because I put the butter on it. I don't know. It wasn't dry. It tasted really good. And I thought, well, that was lucky. And so I had my banana bread, and then that was done, and no, it was good. And then later on in the evening, I had some of my roast beef that I had cooked for my supper, and I ate some vinegar chopped pickles with it, which was just a chopped up cucumber, because it was from my garden from this past summer. And what I did was I didn't want to make any more pickles, so I just put it in vinegar, like a vinegar cucumber. And that's all it was. A little bit of that, my roast beef, and then I had two more little slices of that banana bread with butter. And so, okay, so that was that. And I thought, well, I'm probably going to pay for that, and blah, 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 you know. I was recriminating myself a little bit, but, you know, after all, I told myself, after all, I didn't have any of the first batch. You know, I didn't beat myself up about it. Yeah, it's fine. So, and then Sunday night, I slept like crap. My sleep was garbage. I started getting those twinges in my sciatica, and I was just like, couldn't get comfortable, and I kept waking up, and it really sucked. So I woke up Monday morning, and I was tired. And what I've been doing as well, by the way, I've been weighing myself every day to see if my inflammation goes up, does it go down, water weight, etc. Other than that, I don't care that much about weight. If I stayed weighing the same right now, I would be fine. So every day I weigh myself. So I get up on Sunday morning, and I was actually up in weight. I was actually up a whole pound, even though the night before I had not eaten anything weird, but okay, whatever. So I wake up on Monday morning, and I weigh myself, and I weigh exactly the same. Exactly the same. So, so Monday, I have my, what I call carnivore beef soup. I had some of that. I had 2 tablespoons of butter in the morning with my coffee, and I actually, separate from my coffee. And then I had some of the leftover carnivore pizza. I had 3 tiny pieces of that. So I ate that and the rest of the bacon that I had cooked. And then later on, I had some carnivore beef soup, which was so tasty. And 2 thin slices of banana bread with butter. They were delicious. They were delicious. So, okay. So there I go. I'm down. I am like Alice in Wonderland. I have slipped down that rabbit hole, and I don't know. Can I turn back? Am I going to have to go through Hades to get out of it? I don't know. So so, all right. Tuesday rolls around, which is the 13th of December, and Tuesday, I was like, oh, so good, so good. I was gonna be a good girl, and so I ate a hamburger patty. I had and my weight was up 1.2, just from Monday to Tuesday, and I felt like crap. My knees hurt, and my neck hurt, and I just and my sciatica kept throbbing, and I was like So I had a hamburger patty and one fried egg about 11:30 in the morning, and then later on I had a little bit of beef fat from my air fryer. It was delicious, because I buy my beef fat from Fairway, and I had leftover. There was two little pieces of the pizza, carnivore pizza left. That was left over. I ate that, and that was it. And that was about 6 o'clock at night. That's it. And that's what I did on Monday. And so here's the thing. And I wake up. So now my weight has stayed exactly the same from the 1.2 rise Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is Thursday, 12:15. So, and my sleep has been garbage, worse than usual. I have even had to stop in the middle of the day, stretch out on the couch, and take a little nippy nap because it was like, I'm just tired. I didn't really have much energy. So that is what happens, which the moral of the story is this. Human beings, my husband always said this, and he was right. Human beings can justify anything. Anything. That is so true. So we have to be careful. I have to be careful. Because even me, as perfect as I am, you know that's not true. Because I justified it. I said I should taste it because I don't want to give it away and have it be bad. I had to sacrifice myself. I threw myself on the sacrificial pyre, as it was, in order for others. So that's what I did, and that's where I'm at today. And so hopefully tonight I will have a better night's sleep. And frankly, what I'm doing in order to remediate those cravings, because I have the cravings. I got the cravings now for them, sugars and the grains. This is the thing. The grains, the sugars are not good. They're not good for me. And so that much I know. And because I've been doing so well, and even prior to the 1st of December, I've been doing pretty well and feeling really good. And so my body has healed to the point where when I throw bad things in there, or as Dr. Berry says, don't throw carbs down your throat. So I threw that stuff down my throat, and it was like, that the effect is not immediate, but it's cumulative. And that tells me that I am not completely healed of those things, that they're just in remission. And as long as I keep myself in a eating mode that is beneficial to my body, that my body responds to, then those things will stay in remission. But it's not going to take much for them to come back. And what is it? What was my initial why? Brain fog, pain, and fatigue. And all of that came back from my banana bread debacle. All of it. Oh my gosh, that hot water is so good. The only problem I can see with hot water is it does eventually just dissipate to lukewarm. But it's so delicious. All right. I guess that's it. I always say that's it, and it probably never is it, but okay, whatever. Just know that it's really, really easy to do. And I know how I feel better with what I eat makes me feel better, and what I eat makes me feel very bad. And one more thing, which I want you to know, is I've discovered that part of my identity in this life is being a cook. I cook. I have spent years since I was 16 years old and I learned how to cook. I've cooked for people. That's part of the joy of my life, is being able to cook for others and being able to cook beautiful food and get out there and experiment with different foods and find out what I can do with very little. And that's part of my identity. And that is also a love language for me, if there is such a thing. I show people I love them by what I cook for them. That's how I demonstrate love to my family, by what I cook for them. And they, because they love what I cook, they give that love back to me, and a little praise along the way. And so if you decide to try this or go with this way of eating, there's a little bit of grief involved there in not, because that's a huge part of my life. I realized that I was grieving over that. That's a huge part of my life, is being able to make beautiful things, fill people up, have an abundance of food for people for people I love. And it's like that right there is very, it's sort of a grief involved with, okay, now what? Now what do I do with my creativity? Now what do I do with that love? Okay? I'm just putting that out there. Put in the comments below, you tell me what you think about that. If you're doing this, have you experienced that? Is it like a loss? It's like a loss. But by the same token, my mental outlook is pretty good this December, and I am doing really well. And I'm just going to keep on going for the month, and we're going to see what happens here. I don't know. All right. That's it for me. I love you guys. You know I do. And you're so awesome. You're like the awesomest of the awesome. Just awesome. And I just want you to know that I'm with you. I'm for you. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself in every way possible. Okay? All right. And as always, little is much when God is in it. Okay. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.